Okay. Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. Um, it's hard for me to maintain cool sometimes, but it's good to see this low life for what they are, and more with time. Instead of like, I'm being manipulated every day, conditioned in disturbing ways. I think this manipulation is supposed to make me look in different ways, but I'm looking at these bottom feeders more and more for what they truly are. Nasty bottom feeders. Like I said, there's a bunch of bottom feeders living around you as target individuals to try to get you to accept these manipulations. They're contracted by the government. And, I'm sure there's incentives that are inclusive of financial incentives. I'm sure they don't do that for free. I'm sure there's definitely some kind of benefits that is just more than just the ability to participate, just participate in a program that has extremely advanced technology. I get to see these losers, and they truly look like what they are, you know. But this time, the way I look at them is even worse because with time, so much more come out, so much reality comes out, and you see this trash for what they truly are. Right? Do you know what they're involved in? Do you know the horrible things they're part of? They try to block in this bullshit reality and counter reality with whatever they can to stop me from seeing them for their, but it's just too much. Yesterday I get to see these people like they truly look. Listen, imagine seeing somebody like that as child like this person is. Like this is imagine seeing people like that that try to make you believe this false reality. You obviously see what they are, even by looking at them. And listen, I've seen people who have accomplished things in life, who have established themselves in life. These people are barely, if even if they, I don't even know if they're actual adults. They have nothing in life, right? Because they look like they just started life. Imagine people like that, truly losers, because they're just children basically. Try to tell you who you are, try to make you big. It's like you just trash. Your life is over. Whatever is going to happen to me is done to me because these very powerful people put me in this program. You're just a nothing. I would die in the street than having to live my life like this. Imagine I had to grow up doing this nastiness, being involved in this nastiness, looking like these motherfuckers. They know, some of these people have called them pedophiles in their face. This trash was smiling at me with nasty ass teeth with braces because, my teeth are going to be decaying. And I remember her smiling and try to, like, I guess, show her teeth because I guess I'm going to lose my teeth. And this is a common thing they do to target individuals. They make the teeth decay. And I looked at her, it's like, you fucking pedophile. She just kept smiling. That was before I even knew how pedophilia-centric the entities that contracted her low life were. I didn't know the ranking. I didn't know how pedophilia-centric these people were. I didn't know they had a whole ranking for the amount of child pornography they were trafficking. So today is another level. Yesterday I see this trash. I think she said something abuse. I'm like, oh, you piece of shit. Because this trash tried to hold on to me as a child doing the damn thing I did to me as a kid. I did to myself as a kid. And I know what they do to children. And I know there's a child who died not too long ago because bottom feeders like her, losers like her, are pushing men and women around the world to lose their mind. And the men ended up killing 18 people, inclusive of a child. So I'm like, I got on the phone, I was like, hey, Aaron, how you doing? Aaron's the kid that died. It's like, you piece. It's just to understand, like, that's where we at. This is where we at now. This is reality. This is what you're part of. This kid with all his life is gone. Because trash like you are involved in this program pushing people to lose their mind, you nasty low life. Go in your nasty apartment. And she goes in, she loved that. Because I guess they frame me in some ways. She tried to make herself like I'm a threat to her. She slammed it. She blew out the door. Give me key, dumbass. Nobody wants you in your nasty ass. Just get in your apartment and go be God. Trash ass. I rather, and they're like, no, you're gonna live here. It's like, I don't give a shit about this place, honestly. These people think they even put importance into their beings. It's like nobody wants to be around you, dumbass. You're just a perp, a loser, who finds empowerment in these things. You come in all shape and form. I understand. If I can see people who have accomplished so much, families and everything, and I look at them for the low life that they are, imagine how I look at you. You who's just probably still living with your parents. You're still probably like a child. Trash ass. I understand why you feel special. Nasty bottom feeder. I'd rather die in all the hell. What do you think the future comes for these people like this? Involved in this at this young. Do you think the life is they're gonna flourish in life? They're gonna flourish in this nasty low lifeness. I'd rather get castrated. I'd rather get my balls cut up in pieces than having to live this life. There's dignity in this horrible death, in this sufferance. What dignity is there in here? In this nasty life? What? You live a deluded reality where I looked at you and called you a pedophile and I didn't even know how much right I was. And all you can do is just show you and tell me I'm nothing. Where, really? If I'm a nothing, what is this people? Trash ass. Me saying the name of a dead kid just to say I know what the fuck you guys really are. They used to this. Via V2K, I hear the interaction of these childlike individuals. They try to sound so innocent. Trash. Because I know there's a 10-year-old who got shot in the leg. Talk about why is this happening to me? Like why people do this? And with this little like weird lisp. Like why is this? You hear this trash, talking like that. It's like oof. Like for me, it's a lot of gimmicks and childlike individual interacting with me via voice to call. And I guess it's just to kind of create this narrative of reality that's so falsified. They, I think, want me to see them in this like innocent way. I'm like, it's getting worse. They are worse than what I thought. Not because they're doing worse things to me. It's because who they do it to. What they've pushed people to do. And who's suffering because of these bottom feeders. These people are participants. Of course, I know their importance is very minimal. Even in my program, even in what's happening to me, even in my targeting, very minimal. These people tomorrow can decide to not do anything to me. It's not going to change anything that's going to happen to me. Nothing. Right? So the truth is, if they do it or don't do it, I'm not going to feel the difference. It's going to happen to me regardless. Somebody like that has no importance into anybody's targeting. They're just participants. And the truth is, I have to see that you can stop tomorrow, I won't even know. You can be on vacation I won't even know. Nothing's going to change. But when they try to make themselves visible and try to present themselves in different, no. If you involve yourself, you're not going to live in that fantasy. You're not. I'd rather starve to death. You can make me think of me as a child. You can do all these dumb things. But I'm going to hear what you guys do to children. I heard somebody say, you raped a child. It's like, we know who's raping children. You know. And you work for this disgusting pedos. Matter of fact, what do you think I call them pedophiles in their faces? Not even CIA agent raping children and all that. This is all said. Now I hear this trash say how they're gonna frame me. It's like, yes. What do you think the future of somebody like this? I mean, I don't know if this is the person. Is probably like, not the person they're gonna frame me with. But imagine a child like around 13 years old saying, you framed me, looking like that. You raped me. Saying that. What's the future? Imagine 10 years from now. For me, these losers, these bottom feeders, just talk so much about what's going to happen to me. And I wonder, do they ever think about their future? Like for me, the future is over. Like I've accepted that once I was put in this program, really they were trying to push me to kill myself from day one. So I live day by day, week by week, and I don't expect too much for the future because at one point I even wrote a letter of suicide, showing how close to it I was. And these people talk about what's going to happen to me. I'm like, do you ever like dwell about your future? About what's going to happen to you? About what you see yourself doing in 10 years from now, 5 years from now? What do you think? What do you think these people? Do you think they think about that? Do you think they think about anything in their future? Trash. Anybody participate in these things just know that one day or another it's gonna come to them. They know it's not today, they know it's not tomorrow, but it's gonna come to them. I'd rather die in hell than be involved where I'm saying a name of a child who died because a target video killed 18 people. I know they abuse children. Matter of fact, I know they torture children in this program. I don't need to. This is not me trying to exaggerate anything. I know that. I know they harm children. They hurt them. I know these people here that you see here, looking at their phone, are involved in a program where torture is applied onto children. Torture that is even sexual. They try to counter that by, no, you abused, talk about me as a kid, try to exaggerate what I did as a middle schooler. And they want me to somehow think that I'm not going to think about how they torture children. In their face, I call them pedophiles. Now that we're talking about death of children, now that I have a ranking, now that I hear a child asking her mother, and people was like, why would somebody want to do that? Because she got shot in the leg. Or a bullet grazed her leg when they were shooting up this bowling alley or this bowling club or whatever, because it was youth night where there was children. And she's only 10 years old asking what's happening. And I know these bottom feeders are here, pushing people into insanity. And then want me to be like, nah, we're making you pay for what you did as a kid, you dumbass trash, when I know what you do to children. Please try that. Please. Please think that I don't know that you guys harm children and suffocate them and hurt them and do the horrible things to them. These atrocities. Okay. This acting is going to end immediately. I've seen grown men and women look at them. They have children. Try to be like, dang that. I'm like, what? You don't even. They start changing the subject. Oh, we have war. It's like, yeah. So imagine this bottom feeder. This nothing. Who has nothing. Too young to even have accomplished anything in your life. Try to say, nah, perfect. Too busy. Trash ass opportunists. Talk about child's dumbass action when you involve in the program. This future is long of torture for this trash. She's been groomed to do horrible things to people. But in the most common, she always dressed like this nasty ass PJs and sitting there and harming people. If I was a person with children who's targeting videos, they would be torturing children, my children, easily. As I'm saying that they try to manipulate me. I know that. I know the reality. If I can say that to people who actually have children, who are people who like, and who try to be like, nah, I have children. It's like, yeah, exactly. You have children, you're involved in a program that torture children. You try to talk about me as a child. You think I'm going to let you be this retarded? Just to be involved in this and try to block out reality of what you're really part of? When you have children like that, retards like that, and they're the one trying to create this fantasy. Fucking low life. So for me, it's that simple. When I see them, they know that at this point, it's just really not letting them escape. I know that the guys making children, matter of fact, me speaking right now, they're restricting my lungs. And I know the atrocities they've done to children. And I know that pieces of shit like that are just groomed to continue to do that for a long life of doing these things. So for sure, that's going to happen to a woman. She's going to do that to a woman. She's going to do that to a child, for sure. If this is where she continues to dedicate her life in, this trash will be harming children, make children hurt. There's no escapism from reality. Anybody participating in this program, regardless of whatever's going to happen to me, I will see them for what they truly are and the danger they are to children. The threat that they are to children in every level. It's been shown that they are a threat to children. The entities running this program are top-tier pedophiles. They are trafficking child porn, so much so that Child Protective Services is ranking them as 19th. It will have ranked them in 2018 to be 19th out of 3,000, 2,900, for trafficking the most child porn in the United States of America. 19th out of 2,900. This is the ranking of trafficking child porn using DoD computer systems. That's how much of a threat they are to children. This program has been torturing children, suffocating them, harming them sexually, using defense technology onto children, radiating them and all that. Horrible things. The manipulation of target individuals is so nasty. I was watching adult content because throughout the week, throughout the month, they just force me to get sexual stimulations and aim that on children. So what it does is they crank up my libido all the time to mess with me. And so I'm like, I'm going to try to remove this libido. Matter of fact, the truth is, if there was something I could take to never have a libido, I'll take it. I'm somebody who, like any other man, I would never want to lose my libido. Matter of fact, these people take medication for that. But for me, I rather lose my libido than them using my libido in these disgusting pedophilia ways. So I'm watching adult content, men, women having adult content. In the midst of me watching that, always in my brain, finding ways to implant children in my head. There's no children there that I'm looking at, but somehow making me think of children. To condition my brain in these nasty pedophilia ways. This trash like that is why I call them pedophiles. So they not only harm children, but they make men, women to think about children in moments like that. Connect sex and children together to train their brain like that. They are nasty bottom feeders. Then they push people to lose their mind. When these people lose their mind, they don't care who they're killing. They just want to shoot everybody in this place because they've lost their mind. They're angry. They want to make them pay, thinking somehow this is where it's coming from. So they go somewhere, Bali Alley, start shooting the place up, killing so many people, inclusive of a child. That happened 4 months ago, where the men just killed 18 people. Bowling alley, it was youth night, meaning there was kids of all ages, some young as 10 years old, who got shot. 14-year-old died. Aaron Young. Whole life ahead of him, boom, gone. Because trash like them, losers like them, try to push people into insanity. Cowards when they're PJs, terrorize war. When I was looking at this grown-ass man with children, it's like he's gonna go home to his children. These children with no kids, with no parents, with no father. Because trash like them in their war have pushed a man to lose his mind to the point where they took the life of fathers, mothers, sons. And so this little girl will never have a father, a biological father. And this trash, like, war, trash, you're a coward, low life, an opportunist. I understand what it is. So for me, when I see them, I truly see them for what they are. And I hope that they continue to live this compromising life. So when the day comes, when it's time to die, they understand exactly. Death is just going to knock on everybody's door. Huh? It's going to come one way or another. So if you live this level of nasty, compromising life, doing things to people in this disturbing ways and destructive ways, and you think life is good, it's good. If they're already this compromised, this young, the future is just going to be even worse. Because what's happening is they're being groomed. They're mentally being structured to think that this is normalized. Versus the older people who have... They at least had a life where at some point they created something that's not in these disgusting ways. Nasty bottom feeders. I rather get stabbed to death. I rather starve to death than seeing this. When I was at work, I remember seeing this guy. They would try to eat. While he's eating, show me how he can eat and digest. I was like, Trash, you think I want to trade places with you? I'm hungry, but you don't make me want to eat. Why is that? Is it because if I imagine being you, that means I imagine doing the things you do and what you're involved in? Trash. I'd rather starve to death. I do not want to be trading places, eating the delicious food that you're eating, because that's the price that you do. That's at this price. Nah, it's trash. I would envy eating that. I would envy that person if that person was just a regular person who is not doing the nasty things they do, and they're eating. I'll be like, oh, I wish I was these people, not doing what they do and they eat, and say the nasty things they say while walking around with this food. They walk around, they're like, oh, you raped a child. Like, trash ass. You work for people who rape children. You wish I raped a child. You damn trash, nasty low life, compromised low life. Go eat your nastiness. Most likely food's going to even be your killer. I'd rather die in a dumpster than live doing what you do. I'd rather eat trash. I'd rather just like starve myself. I'd rather be than just walking while working for pedophiles, ranked 19 out of 29. Death comes to all of us. This is a dignified death. There's nothing that makes me envy their life. They could have done everything. You know what would make me envy them? If they were just living life without doing this nastiness. And I look at them from outside, from me outside, dying outside. Look at them. All these people are just living life. They're living a dignified life, non-compromised. Then I'll be like, oh, I wish I was them. Not them doing this. They're not looking at these people doing this nasty manipulation, forcing people to have these thoughts, and then no, I'd rather die in dumpster. Trust me, I don't want to live like you. This is you. That brings me back to like, yeah, this death is honorable. I wouldn't want to trade you. Go and eat in a 5-star restaurant doing what you do. You work for pedophiles. You literally condition people's brain to think about children in sexual ways. So when you eat the best food, oh my gosh, I'd rather die. You're a trash coward low life. Then you'll die? Nah, I'm good. To all my target individuals, stay strong.